Hi, everybody. I'm just going to check that we're in Dockside Live. Just 1 second. And thank you for your patience this evening. And here I am. So whoever's here, thank you. Please say hello. Thank you for being here and spending your time with me. I'm going from Zoom to Facebook. So if you're here, please let me know. Meanwhile, what do we want to talk about this evening? There's Bill. Bonjour, Jean, bonsoir. And you get to say hi to Bill because I have too many technology pieces on the desk here. But I want to start by saying how excited I am about books. We all know how I like books. And I just have a new one. You see, I've read this book. I was sent the PDF when I studied with Bob Proctor. But I decided that I wanted to order the hard copy of The Science of Getting Rich. And I'm pretty excited. I know the book. I love the book. But they give you an extra bonus book called The Science of Being Great. So I look forward to reading that. But for tonight, I want to say hello. I want to thank you for being here. And Karine may jump in. But if not, we're really grateful that you're here and that you spend 15 minutes with us on Wednesday evening is just exciting and fabulous. So Monday at 7 p.m., Book Talk is happening. And you're all welcome to join us. You'll have to register on the website at www.sage navigation. I'll put it into right now. I'll type it in the chat so you see. For those of you that don't know the website, register so that we can send you the Zoom link. And what can you expect? Well, I'm going to give you a little bit of what it's about. Several years ago, I read a book called The Energy Bus, and I loved it, by the way. And what we're going to do on Monday night is spend an hour where those of you who have read it will share their insight. Hi, Anne-Marie. Thank you for being here. Those of you that have read The Energy Bus, it was the book of the month, but as you know, we do the Coles Notes version in Book Talk. So I'm on more than one read. I think I'm on my third read on this book. And each time I read a book, something else stands up. It's interesting how it depends where you are, what you see, depending on what you're thinking, how much you've read. Now, all of a sudden, you understand it differently. So I'm pretty excited about sharing the Coles Notes version, as Karine calls it, the highlights of what this book has to offer. If you've bought the book and read it, then I look forward to hearing your comments. If you haven't bought the book, well, then I'll be glad to share mine. I'm going to share with you just a little bit of insight on what you could expect. So this book is really about positivity, attitude, and energy. And I love the way they refer. Oh, Karine's coming in to join us. I'm so excited. Hi, Karine. I'm really glad you're here. I didn't know that you could make it. You had mentioned you might not be able to, so thank you. I'm really glad that she joined us. So you're on mute. So I started out saying that I was excited.
I was saying better late than never.
Well, I didn't know that you would be able to make it. I put Karine and Katherine, not sure that you would tonight, but at the same time.
I am here and I'm sorry I'm late.
Well, I was shared first off, for all of you that heard, I'm going to share it again because Karine gets excited with me when I tell her I picked up a new book because she's going to get new stuff. So I studied with Bob Proctor, The Science of Getting Rich, and he provided the book in like a PDF format. And I decided to splurge and buy the book. So I'm rereading it again for the third time.
Wow, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful book.
It's a good book. It's really a great book by Wallace Wattles. And in this book, I bought the version that included The Science of Being Great. So you know I'm going to have things to talk about on Wednesday nights going forward. So, and then I said, we're having book talk on Monday at 7 o'clock. So if you've read the book, I can't wait to hear what you think. And if you haven't read the book, then as you say, Cole's Note version, here we come. And I wanted to give a little bit of a tidbit. It's about positivity, attitude, energy. And one of the things I like, and I'm just going to give a couple of things here before Karine and I share some insight. He speaks in his introduction to overcome all the negative people whom I call energy vampires. So when somebody says a vampire, it's very clear, right? They're the blood-sucking machines. Hi, Karen. Thank you for being here. And you know what? So we get that. But when you think of an energy vampire, it's kind of scary. It's kind of saying, wow, am I really getting the energy sucked out of me everywhere I go? You know, like you go, if you ever go to have fun at the casino and all of a sudden you put the money in the machine, and I call that the money sucking machine, right? Money sucking machine, you put it in, you know, it's for entertainment. I go to the Montreal casino to dance. They have good music sometimes. So if you want to dance, you go $20, put it in the machine, and that's it. But it's fun. So it's about having fun and having control over what you're doing often. So that's like life. So energy vampires, that really hit me hard. It made me realize how many people are sucking the energy out of me.
I was just going to say, what I love about that term is that it's so obvious what is happening. Like you immediately get a sense of, okay, they are literally sucking the energy out of me. And I think
I'm sucking the energy out of you. Like all of a sudden I'm negative. Like I just got off the phone and I'm negative, and all of a sudden I'm on the phone with you and you're like, whoa.
But I think we've all been there where, you know, you've had a great day. Maybe you've been away from the house. You have, you come in, you've had really, your energy, your vibrations, which is something you still need to teach me more about. I know we're going to talk about that another time, but but then you realize you walk in the house and maybe somebody hasn't had a good day, or there's something going on that you don't know about. You can literally feel the difference in the energy. And I'm going to be honest, I think it's hard to bring the energy level up. I know it's easier. It's not that you want it to go down, but it's almost like you have to fight really hard against that vampire energy.
It's such a good point. I raised my son with that exact thought, to tell him that when you're out there doing things, it's harder to rise up than to fall down.
Yes.
Try climbing stairs, and then make sure there's only 2 or 3, and then fall downstairs. It's a great example. So good point that you're bringing up there. Absolutely. But when you're aware, when all of a sudden you say, oh, and you know what this feels like, you don't have to judge it. You just have to say, oh, you're an energy vampire. Yeah. Okay, gotta go.
Totally.
And it's wonderful. And then in the same thing, and I'm just giving you the first little chapter so you can get an idea of what's coming. This is really good. So this is a bus driver, right? So she's like amazing on this bus. And this very negative man, almost losing his job, losing his wife, blah, 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 really negative, shows up on the bus. But here, she says she can see and feel it immediately, meaning energy, lifeless.
Yeah.
Lifeless. No kick in their step. You ever notice, like sometimes I'll get on the phone with somebody and people say to me, oh, I'm so glad I talked to you today. Why? Well, I do have a kick in my step sometime. Yeah. Like a light has been turned off inside them. How often do we say, take the lampshade off? Take the lampshade off, shine bright. Give some people some sunglasses if they can't handle how bright you are.
Yeah.
That's your light. And you know what? It's contagious. And realize that everything happens for a reason. So if you're here with us tonight, there's a reason. Maybe you had to hear about energy vampires. And one choice will determine if your life is a success story or a big soap opera. This is what she's telling them, a big soap opera. So choose wisely. And we all know a soap opera can be entertaining. Do you want an entertaining life, or do you want to have a life fulfilled? So, sometimes the blunt truth was the only way through. So this bus driver, Joy, that's her name, you'll appreciate that. Love it. figured out she would never see George again, but hoped that at least her piercing words would do some good. So has anybody ever told you something where you sort of say, oh, I'm not getting on the phone with them again? Like, I don't need that lecture. But later said, am I ever glad that person said that? Because you don't realize. And I guess what I really want to share, why do you want to show up Monday? Well, choose wisely, soap opera, choose to be there. That's what I'm going to suggest. And you know what? People talk about their life. And one of the things is we don't talk this game, we play it. So if I asked you to go play football or hockey, you would easily know what you're going to do. What position am I going to play? What do you want me to do? Well, like the time I played football with my brothers and ran in the wrong direction. I was a fast runner, but the token female didn't help them win. Why? I didn't know the rules of the game. Realize life is you're playing life. So how do you want to play it? Play it big and fun. So she talks about rules. Every one of us has challenges. But here is the rule. So she has 10 rules in this book. And she says great things. And I'm going to say it to you. I'm repeating right from the book, but it's coming from us at Sage. Great things are coming your way if you're open. And I really do believe that. And we believe that. So rule number 1. And if you want the rest of them, you have to come back or read the book. But come back Monday night, 7 o'clock.
Come back Monday. Yeah. Even if you don't read it.
Rule number 1. You're the driver of your bus. Think of that rule. How often my husband would say, don't give your steering wheel away. Drive your bus in the direction of where you want to go.
So I have something on that one that I say, and that's because I'm a writer. So every day you're writing your life's history. So every day is going to be a tomorrow for you. So what will you add to your story today? Today you are driving your bus. Today is the day that you are making your history. You're creating your story right now. And if you look, you'll have your history made. So what are you going to add to your story today? Because today is the only day you can add to your story. You can't do anything about tomorrow. I mean, you can't do anything about tomorrow because it's not here yet. And you can't take back what happened yesterday. So today's the only day you can drive your bus.
Oh, I love that.
Thanks.
It's great. So show up on Monday at 7 o'clock. Register so you get the Zoom link. How do you register? Go to Sage Navigation. I put the link in the chat under Bill Lewis because I have his computer beside me. So go in, register, and make sure to show up. And you're going to enjoy it. I know whoever's in this room, I know all of you right now, the ones that are commenting, and you won't want to miss this. Because when you talk about the 10 rules, they directly impact something called your attitude.
And again, when it comes to like the Cole's notes that we're talking about, what we're saying is you don't have to spend the time reading the book. Maybe you've had a busy week, maybe you've had a busy month for that matter, but we will give you the highlights so that you will have takeaway. You will have, we talked about feeding your mind. We will feed your mind. We will give you the nutrients from this book. We'll take all the good nuggets and give them right to you, hand them to you literally on a silver platter. And
chat about it. You have an opinion on it.
Exactly. Right? It's not all rocket science. It's not like it's going to be something that's brand new, something you've never heard of before, like quantum physics or something. It's literally going to be life experiences and life takeaways that you can apply to your own everyday life to make it better.
Yeah,
who doesn't want
exactly.
That? I want that.
You know what? Meaningful and meaningless conversations. That's what we have. So book talk Monday, register for it. That's what we're sharing. Tonight
or you won't have the link. You have to register to get the link.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. And it's an easy way for us to make sure that we're not trying to, that you don't miss it. You just have to register and the link's going to show up in your email. And is there anything else we want to say tonight?
I'm happy that we're getting tech savvy and this is becoming automated things. I'm very proud of us for that. I hope our community appreciates that too. And we have a lot to say, Catherine, but we were really adamant that we were going to use this 15 minutes, of which I was late too, I apologize, to focus on Monday, because Monday is the last book talk for the summer. We're not going to have another one until the end of the summer. So we really want people to show up, come in, have a say, have a listen, whatever it is, but last one until August. So get your butts there.
And you know what? Take a look at this bus. you know, like the wheels on the bus go round and round. It's such a great bus. It looks like it's flying in the sky. And that's the type of information in it. And Karine, like 10 rules to fuel your life, fuel your work, fuel your team, and fuel with positive energy. And who
Awesome.
doesn't need that? So
I always do.
bonsoir tout le monde. Merci d'être ici. Thank you so much. And see you later. In a while.
Ennui.
Have
Ciao,
fun.
ciao. Bye.